good afternoon, shooting stars. And first of all, a bit of an apology really, because it's just an absolutely manic time of year for me, with one-to-ones all over the place and lots of other body shop work to do, as well as fitting in parties and all sorts of other things, including the tax return. So I know that this week I haven't been in contact really as much as I should have been, and I just wanted to really just give you a quick rundown on where we are at the moment with your Shooting Stars programme. So in step 1, watch the 7 steps to recruiting clip on the Facebook group, and I'm sure that you've all done that. I would really recommend that you watch it more than once. The language that's used, you can really pick up some key phrases and sentences from that. I think that you need to practice what you're hearing, and I don't think you'll actually remember it all from just one watch. So I would really urge you to re-watch that clip over and over and just pick up new little bits each time, just to add to your armoury of language. So first of all, you've got a big tick when you've watched the clip. Attend week 1 of the Shooting Stars call. Well, obviously, I know that some of you were able to and some of you weren't. So for those of you that have, obviously, you've got another big tick. But for the rest of you, obviously, you know, you're on board, you're on with the programme, and that's absolutely fine. And don't forget, obviously, call number 2 comes this evening, Thursday at 8 p.m. Make sure that you have a minimum of 8 selling opportunities over the next 4 weeks. So you know that I'm a partier, and you know that I'm a big believer in partying, or girls' pamper nights, girly get-togethers, pamper evenings, etc, 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 whatever you call them. So wherever possible, I would always urge you to book in a party, because in a 2-hour period you can expect to earn £40 to £50. You've got the opportunity of getting at least 2 new bookings, and picking out leads, and also being able to do a really strong recruiting pitch to your audience. So wherever possible, try to go for those party opportunities, and then fill up the rest of your spaces with your one-to-ones, your kit drop boxes, toddler groups, and any other selling opportunities that you can think of. But really urge to try and get that 8 over the next 4 weeks, because that's going to give you approximately 80 people in front of you to talk about the recruiting opportunity. I know that on average between 1 to 10, 1 to 12 joins, so you could be picking up nearly a team of people just from those opportunities alone. And then to collect a minimum of 10 names and numbers. Now, there's at least 4 of you. I do not have the time to contact you, contact them, make calls, get together with all of you, and try to contact 40 people on a weekly basis. Along with everything else, it is just not going to happen. But I know that a lot of you are really quite experienced in making calls, and you will be familiar with doing this yourself. And it is going to give you a much quicker turnaround ratio to get those recruits on. The girls that build teams with us are those that take the bull by the horns and run as fast as they can. Can't catch me, I'm a gingerbread man. So, collect up those names and numbers. By now, I'm sure you've all got 10 names and numbers. To be honest, you could just pick up 10 names and numbers from white copies. It's that straightforward. And now you're going to need to make the call. So the thing with phone calls is persevere, and persevere again. They may not pick up on the first message, and you might get a little bit disheartened. Sometimes you're going to need to take a great big breath of oomph and to be able to make the call. And it's out of most people's comfort zones. Not many people actually relish the thought of making these calls. And also to remember the stats. 1 in 10 will say yes to you. So approximately 9 in 10 won't. But the more calls you make, the more opportunities you have, and the closer you're going to get to your yes. If you give up on call number 5, call number 6 might have been the recruit. You just never know. So what would I do? If I've just picked up some white copies from parties a little while ago, and this lady is called Jeanette. So I would pick up the phone, sometimes people would have a glass of wine before the phone call. I don't drink really, so it's no good for me. I would say 1 glass of wine might give you some Dutch courage, but probably by 3 glasses of wine you won't really care. So so just go for the 1 maybe, and maybe reward yourself with a little sip after every time you make a call. So I'm going to pick up the phone, and I think you can call people quite sort of legitimately up to 9 o'clock at night or thereabouts, really, unless you've made contact with them and they've made arrangements for you to call back at a later time. And then, you know, we often used to have good times. Between 6 and 7 used to be regarded as good, but nowadays I think you've just got to be fairly persistent, and it also has got to fit in with your lifestyles as well. Remember to talk to your other half and share with them, if you have another half, what you're trying to achieve. You're trying to build a team to receive a promotion and earn extra money with the Body Shop at Home. That is also going to take some family, not changes, but just adjustments. You might need to say to your partner, right darling, I'm going to go make some calls now. I'm going upstairs for half an hour. I'm going to go sit on the bed in the spare room, out the way with the door shut, because that's the only peace and quiet I can get in this house. I'm going to be gone for half an hour, leaving you with the kids. I'll be back later. You're working, and make sure you use language around you know, round working. So I would always do that. If getting in the house, it's just always chaotic, or maybe you don't have any space to get away from people, and I certainly have known that feeling over the years, go and sit in the car, or go and take the car around the block and sit somewhere else. Take the white copies with you, as long as, if you go out without children, I suppose, or if they're going to sleep in the car. But wherever you know, if you go to a party, take your white copies with you. Get to that party 10, 15 minutes earlier and say to yourself, I'm going to make 3 calls before I pop into this hostess's house tonight. You know, or you end up early, 10 minutes earlier at the toddler group, 10 minutes earlier to school pickup. Get your white copies out your bag, next one, next one, next one. And that is where that sometimes makes the difference between the girls that do achieve and the girls that take that little bit longer to get the ball rolling. So anyway, I've got Jeanette. Let me just have a quick sip of this. I'm trying to be good with the water, because obviously I'm back on the wagon. The Slimming World wagon, obviously. So, here we go. Hi. So, hello, is that Jeanette? Hi, it's Julie here. I'm calling from the Body Shop at Home. You might remember that we met back at, and make reference backwards and forwards because then it's not a cold call. You might remember that we met back at Sally's party back in November. Oh, yes. Notice you bought some products on the evening. Hope you've enjoyed the products. Reason for my call tonight is I'm now looking to build a team in your area. I just need a few ladies to join the team, and I just wondered, I can't remember from the party if we mentioned it or talked about it, but I just wondered, is it something that might interest you? We're recruiting lots of ladies at the moment who just want to come on board and a little bit of extra cash to pay for the summer holidays or to just get over Christmas. Is it something that might be of interest to you? Yes, no, maybe. So if she says, oh, no, certainly not for me, that's brilliant. No worries at all. I hope you don't mind me calling. While I've got you on the phone, though, is there anyone you can recommend? Because we know that, you know, we get our best consultants really from people that are recommended to us by our customers. Is there anybody you can think of? We do recruit across the whole of the UK and Northern Ireland. So, you know, if there's anybody you can think of, I always offer a little goodie bag for somebody when they've recruited and that consultant becomes activated. Secondly, while I've got you on the phone, we've got some lovely new products coming into February. And I just wondered, you know, how about a girly pamper night, shopping night, cooking night, any sort of night, party? How about, can I tempt you into a party of your own? 5 or 6 ladies. We're offering spa parties at the moment. Just a nice way to catch up with friends after Christmas. And obviously you'd be benefiting from the host rewards. Is that something I might be able to interest you in? Then she might have said, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, but yeah, it could be something. So, sorry, someone's just put a message up, and then I'm just completely distracted. So so that's gone. So she says, "Oh, I don't know much about it." So then I just talked to her about the fact that the job, as you can see from, if you probably remember from the night, it was a fun evening. Just, you know, we have a whole kit of products. It's just about sharing those products with our customers. Lots of our ladies party, and that is the best way for us to earn our money. If you were thinking of doing it, would you be partying with us? So kind of ascertain, don't go straight in with social selling, start with partying, and then drop down your kind of, you know, drop it down and down until you get to the bottom level. You know, just explain to her that her commission would start at 25%, rising to 30% with bonuses, opportunity to double the value of her kit in the first 28 days, and also sales promotion prizes each month, so she could always be adding new things to her kit absolutely free. The great thing about the kit is it is worth over £220, and we just there's just a small cost of £45 when she signs that, which most people would get back at their first party. And then if she's a goer, I would take her details over the phone. I'd say to her, there's a few things I'm going to need for you, ID wise. Ideally, do you drive? I need a photo of your driving licence, together with sort code, account number, email address and phone number. Now, you've got two choices to the customer on the phone. She can either email them to you, or she could friend request you on Facebook and send them through Facebook. And actually, on a note of Facebook, while I'm talking to her on the phone, I would say to her, whether she's a hot lead, a cold lead or anything, "Oh, are you on Facebook? Oh, let me look for you now, because I could add you to my selling group." And just, you know, get as many people while you're on the phone into your selling group as well. On the question of ID, if she doesn't have a passport, if she doesn't have a driving licence, you will need a copy of her passport. We need the long, clear number at the bottom with all the little ziggy-zaggy arrows in. And we would also then need her address as well, because that's not included on the passport, where it is included on the driving licence. If she has neither of those, we need a copy, a photo of the national insurance number, together on the same letter as her address. So that would be something like a tax credit benefit letter. But, you know, if we get to this stage where you're a little unsure of the ID needed, just shout, and obviously we will help you out. You can complete your own registration forms straight away and send them through to me with the ID attached. But they need to come via me to go to head office. They can't go to head office direct. If technology is not your friend, in this early stages, I'm absolutely happy until you become managers to obviously fill in your forms for you. So, you know, just send me the details, like some of you are already doing, and I will make sure that that all goes up to head office for you. And then we will start the next process of their success start. So, picking up the phone and calling those white copies, it's just all a matter of getting on with it, putting in the pockets of time. We talk about everyone has 21 pockets of time, a morning, an afternoon and an evening. But I've been saying to some of the managers that sort of sometimes you can't pocket out a whole slot. So break it down. Are you going to break your Body Shop time down into hour slots, or do you need a smaller slot? And we will be doing some work soon on the Pomodoro tomato effect, which is all about blocking out 20 minutes of time. And it is a big red tomato egg timer. When you can get the app on your phone, you literally set it for 20 minutes. You do not go and put the washing on the line. You do not make a cup of tea. You do not do anything else, and you do not paper shuffle. You just pick up the phone, 20 minutes, one session done. Go for your no's, see how many no's you can collect, because you will collect some no's along the way. And share your successes. Share your successes on the Shooting Stars page. Share your successes on our team page. Share it in our little team chat that I just started yesterday. But let us know how you're getting on. So good luck. Week 2's call is tonight. And week 2, you're going to need to attend the call, arrange a call-in session with your manager, if we can sort that out. I know I'm seeing a couple of you next week, and I've got a little bit more space next week in the evenings, I believe, to see a couple more of you. And go and get creative. So that will be after tonight's call. We'll talk about creative, speak to 5 people a day and offer the job. So that's going to be the basis of the call tonight. Have a great time, and hopefully this has been useful for you. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.